Hey, so today is rocket science. What is rocket science, you ask? Well, it is a 2-day hackathon that the company I work for, Bottle Rocket, does every year, although we didn't do it last year, where we spend 2 days basically working on any sort of personal project that we want to. And we can work in groups, and it can be something new with technology, it can be some physical thing, it can be learning a new skill. It's a lot of fun because you really get to work on whatever you want. I've worked on making an app before, I've worked on making a video before, we filmed some videos. I'll put a link somewhere so you can watch one of those. I think it's unlisted, but you can find it on my channel, hidden. This year, we're continuing the project to work on an InMove robot. That's inmove.fr. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to look at what it's supposed to be like. It's basically a 3D printable robot where you add servos and circuit boards to handle logic, and you can basically build whatever you want, but like the structure of the robot is 3D printable for the most part. There's going to be a few of us working on it, so it should be fun. You'll see them a little later. Oh, and there's lots of food. It's like just eating almost for 2 days straight. But yeah, I'm excited. We're here. This is Russell.
Hello. It was unlocked today for AirPods Pro. Check that out. All right, so are you in the garage today?
Yes.
All right.
And here's Gary. He's been waiting. Oh, tacos.
It's been a minute.
It has. Ooh, swag bags. Let's see. Oh.
Should be fun. I'm excited to do this
Nice.
project until the rocket point came up. But
Sleeve for coffee. Oh, nice little letter. Read that.
Yeah, no, all the projects seem fun.
Calvin.
Everyone's working on all this really neat stuff.
Stickers.
I've never done any game development.
Bottle Rocket mask.
Yeah, no. Yeah, once everyone's
Candy.
done with it, like, we'll see.
And rocket book.
Yep. I think
And of course.
some hiring spree since it's the day I joined. So.
And a pin. Very cool.
Welcome to Rocket Science, everybody! Obviously, we're doing rocket science. There's a couple new things this year. First off, there's an enormous number of awesome new Rocketeers joining us for the very first rocket science. All of them are hopefully both super excited and completely terrified. I mean, you should be at every rocket science, no matter how long you've been here. So let's welcome all of our new friends. So we'll still have our Rocketeer, voting thing. That's like we always have, early failure and all that other great stuff.
This is the best time to be a Rocketeer. For those of you who just joined Bottle Rocket, there's no better time to have joined than right now.
Rocket science.
It's super simple, just like 2 lines and
People walking around.
my dad.
So we're getting all set up here, and Gary, Sam. I know Gary looks a little scary, but don't worry. He's armless. So, folding the cranes. Folding the people. Folding cranes. Folding cranes. There you go.
The Raspberry Pi edition.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Good luck. May the force be with you.
Good. It's coming along.
Yeah, we may have one.
Ooh, lunch.
And then it wants to go through this top hole right here.
Yes.
Okay.
Should feed through there.
Hey, code all the time. Code.
Yeah, coding. Oh, wow.
Code. Wow. Code.
It's a hacker.
this is my last
What's this called?
Paint pouring.
Very nice.
Called make a gargantuan mess. Yes. Everywhere.
Rocket Science! Rocket Science TV.
It has all the like felt.
Oh, snacks. It's a knitting circle. Like literally a knitting circle. Embroidery circle.
Embroidery sampler.
Like if anybody wants to
Yeah.
explore that whole
Very
scenario.
nice.
Like is it making a wish or is it just great fortune that you get for making 1,000?
I don't know how this spell works.
It's a spell.
I mean, I assume it's a spell. I think it's all about the paper crane inside of each one of us. Are you folding that paper crane? The one that lives inside you?
Yeah.
The lights turn off and everybody locks the door at 4. That's kind of the idea. So up until then, there's
You're gonna do it.
Aha.
Add a stitch. Add a stitch.
Done. And another square joins the crowd. Gotta stay hydrated.
So you get to choose who you kill, right? Yeah. 2 other little ships.
But I throw. I don't pick, so it's like a.
Okay. This, like, no.
We're going to do what's called tinking. Tinking is knitting spelled backwards, and it lets you pull off your extra stitch. You do something
Trying to
double, you
stab.
double something up. No. It's just, everything's fixable. It's just sticks
Oh, I
and
know it
string.
is. I know it is, but
Stab over. But then that comes through and off.
did I mess it
Stab.
all the way back?
No.
Alright, over the
So
top.
that's like kind of in the middle.
Ah. So,
You don't feel like it's all the way.
so when it
towards the
falls
other side.
off, is that what's called dropping a stitch?
When it
or?
falls off, it's dropping a stitch.
Okay, so when I get to the last one,
Yep. You do the last one the same way.
okay,
go.
come over, pull through,
Yep.
and then throw them off.
Yep, throw off. And then
Okay.
slide everything down.
Okay,
Nice.
and then what?
Right. And then
More food, salmon, tacos, ziti.
Oh yeah.
We got a drop down menu. Out right.
It's coming along. Arms coming together.
I feel like I'm performing arm surgery on a robot.
You are performing arm surgery on a robot.
Technically, nervous system surgery?
I'm building the brain.
Yeah, but it's not rocket science. Wait, it is rocket science. Oh!
The big gap. Yep. And then you go between pins 1 and 2.
Now it's purling, not just knitting.
Might have to push it down with your finger and then make it happen.
Ah.
There you go. Okay.
Okay. No, I don't want to do it for class. I am tired.
Make sure we get taco sauce.
You're good. No worries. Get comfy.
This guy's professional.
Tacos!
just like watching you guys drive.
Finally got both hats working, so it's up to 32 servos on Gary now. It's gonna be awesome. Not a command central. What is this?
This is Comic Clash. We're working on putting together a comic from concept to final in 24 hours.
Very cool.
It'll be fine. We have most of it done.
Hey, it's a knitted square. It's not very good, but it's a start. Hey.
Are you doing a selfie? How are you
Yeah, I'm doing a selfie video, yes.
You're smiling with.
Start getting tired about this time because projects are pretty much over. There's not much time left to work on them, and it's about time for presentations, and so it starts to get tiring. Start to slur words and can't express myself. Ooh, lunch! Arms back on, but not hooked up. We've got Raspberry Pi, along with all the Arduino stuff. It's all kind of bundled up inside. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, double hats in there. And of course everyone hanging out.
So every year he keeps getting more and more and more advanced to his path of world domination and being an overlord. He's currently still has his artificial intelligence on board. If he's in Sentry mode, you can of course see your face.
Once we created our models for this, you can see it here in a USDZ file, and then my crane will show up, and then I can tap to jump. We didn't get as far as like tapping to make them flap and stay in air. And then we have obstacles, which we do not have robust collision detection, but sometimes they'll collide with it.
Wow, you look like Russell.
Hello, how's it going? Actually have it on.
Oh, it's a two-hand instrument.
Oh.
All different colors. We organize them by color overnight, and then we start stringing them all together.
I head downstairs, hot coffee in hand, steam flowing over the cup's edge. I'm a little anxious about what I should be doing next.
Doing the TV, Rocket Science TV, and my phone was just like dying.
Oh, the other way. Yeah.
Use that in the future to buy upgrades, to buy more armor, weapons, health potions, things like that. You might also spend it to make your own content. So if you had a story or campaign that you wanted to build, you could cash that in, build that content, and let other people go through those experiences.
It's over. Just did awards. It's pretty great. And that was Rocket Science 2021. It was very busy, lots of great projects, and yeah, just really exciting. There were a lot of great projects this year, and it's so hard to pick a favorite. I really liked that they had a live stream going, a Rocket Science TV they called it, where they basically were interviewing people and doing live streams of different projects and kind of showing people around. So if you were remote, you could see what it was like at the office and see different people, and you know, kind of get a sense of that energy. A lot of fun, and yeah, it worked really well. We actually got to see the midnight taco run because they live streamed it, and so that was really cool. And I was talking to a couple people today, and I don't know if I've ever had this thought before, but I believe it's true, and it's always been true, and maybe I just haven't thought about it this way, but it's really neat to work and have everybody at the company be happy with what they're working on. Usually there's always a team with some crummy project, or you know, there's this thing they've got to try to work on, and no, it's not working right, and so they're kind of stressed about it, or they have some deadline coming up or whatever. But during rocket science, none of that happens because everybody's working on a project that they want to work on. So people are just happier, people are excited. Not to say that people don't get excited about the work they do normally, but for every single person at the company to be that way and to be excited about what they're working on and happy to be working on what they're working on is really just unusual, and you just don't see that a lot because that's not how the world is. You know, you're having to do things that you don't want to do. That's why they call it work. And so when you see a whole company full of people and everybody's excited about what they're working on, it's just a very, very different vibe. You don't have to tiptoe around certain people because, oh, they've got their project is keeping them really busy, and oh, they really don't like it, or they don't like this person on the team they're working with. None of that stuff. You work with who you want to work with on what you want to work on, and that's just really amazing. And for a whole company to be able to do that all at the same time just puts so much positive energy into the company that I think it's just great. And so that's my favorite thing about rocket science. Do you ever do anything like rocket science where you're at? If you do, leave a comment down below. What was the favorite part of rocket science that you saw today? And let me know down in the comments. If you want to see another rocket science video, I've got one from 2019, I think. It's the last rocket science we had right before this one, which was 2 years ago for reasons I'm sure you can figure out. For that link, I don't know, up here, maybe this side, maybe I'll put it on this side. And yeah, check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. You'll see probably some common elements and maybe a couple other things. So check it out and have a good one.